WW report. Good evening, everybody. This is the golf fish meeting. Today is September 19th. The time is 6:04. Thank you. We do pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. Saul, you ready? You all set? All right. All right, so we'll take attendance. We have Commissioner Van Zandt, Commissioner LaBrie, Commissioner Berger, Commissioner Green, Commissioner Senya, Commissioner Norton. Present. Commissioner Richards and Commissioner Lemieux will not be here tonight. So with that said, audience of citizens, there is none. Approval of minutes of August 15th, well, we can't do that since we didn't have a quorum. So we're just gonna skip that. All right, anything that was discussed that we need to rediscuss, we can discuss. And I think Saul and I did speak about that, and he put that on this agenda, is that correct, Saul? Very good, all right, cool. So without further ado, we'll hop right into old business. And we have flag cups. And what do you got there, Saul?
We left it off as, we're gonna research some more and see if, the cups are getting better without them, and we felt like, we as a staff felt like it has been getting better, so we've taken them off.
Oh, really? Okay, so they're not in there anymore?
No.
Because there was a period of time, there was some that had them, some didn't. Okay.
We've taken them off, we've been suggesting for folks to get the
The
end of the putter
putter.
thing, which gives a lot more margin of error when you stick the end of the club in there, rather than the disc that occupies most of the hole anyway. If we feel like it hasn't changed anything for the rest of the year, we'll put it back next year.
You think it was the size of the disc, Saul? Do you think that had anything to do with it?
Yeah, because the size is just as big as the actual hole, and if you're not 100%,
You're not going to the right angle.
So as you pull the pole up, it was damaged in the.
Well, up and in.
Jam it in probably
Yeah,
works.
Jam it in the
Probably
side.
in is worse.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's not the taking out.
Walk away and jam it in.
There's some those sizes, I mean.
Well, it can't be too small because the ball won't bounce on.
Right, well,
So it's like, and
universal size.
it was a pandemic thing, so I
Yeah,
don't think anyone's ever put any.
You're right,
thought into-
that's correct. But go ahead, say you got a question too.
Yeah, even with a smaller one, people pull them up, they pull them up on the side, they don't pull them straight up. right?
No.
One of the things that I'd like to see Mark do. All right, is get the rubber suction for the end of the putter, have them for sale.
Just sell it in the shop.
Well,
Yeah, in the shop.
yeah. Well, yeah.
So that, if he has some people will buy it.
You're right, that's a great idea.
Do people use that clause?
The claw's the best one,
Is it?
Yeah,
and it screws in, it's not just,
yeah.
yeah, it actually screws in the hole of the grip. So there's a lot of stability, but the 3-prong one gets the ball pretty good, so.
Does really? Well, you know what, you can mention that to Mark if he does show up, I mean, it's up to him to do that, but yeah. I actually mentioned that to him to give out as a, one of the member guests, remember that, yeah. That's an idea, but all right, I will say this, I've seen other clubs
Yeah,
like Hunter, they still, you're right, it is a pandemic thing, it was a pandemic thing. And they were all wrong about all this stuff, but it's like, but you know what, yeah, follow the logic on this. It was all, they're making stuff as they're going along, but they still have that small one that they,
like for the putting green.
no, on the green, it's a smaller one.
Oh, that you
And
lift up.
You lift up the
Gotcha.
thing, you know what I mean?
The flag has
Yeah,
to
yeah, you
come
know,
out,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So whatever, but so be it, all right, so they're gone,
That's the update.
okay, thank you very much. Old business, was there anything else that you guys wanted to hit upon that we really didn't? I can look back into mine. Cause I did sign in late, but I had such a hard time getting in.
So, what's going on in number 14? I see there's yellow tape around those trees. Those
There's-
falling down?
Well, no, there's big limbs that's a little high for us to get. So we broke them off so no one goes under. we're either waiting for it to fall or, waiting, we're gonna do it when we bring someone in. We don't wanna just bring someone in for that, cause we get charged per the day, not per task, so.
Who's from the town?
No, like from,
Oh,
when we do trees.
trees, the shoot the tree, things like that, okay, got it. Alright, all right, let's get to new business, before we,
Can I just make a motion?
yes, ma'am.
They still really haven't cut down a lot of, 14. You know,
Well,
they have, not like they did for 17, and they should.
we can talk more about it with topic 3.
I think it's great. Oh,
Then
Never
track
that.
moments. Okay, I don't know what that is,
Yeah.
all right,
Smooth move though. Topic 3.
That topic 3 will cover that.
because I think the bunkers are gonna take a while, but we're gonna have questions on it. Can we just go to, no-show fee, let's start with that, 4 and 5, let's go, we'll knock those off, and then we'll go.
You wanna start at 4?
Yeah, go ahead.
In October, I wanna do a pilot period where Friday, Saturday, Sunday are online only. And if you wanna make phone calls, I'll be 12 o'clock and I'm. Same thing to do with Stanley.
Okay, and what the reason why?
You take the staff out of play on making errors on tee times or, cause sometimes you have 18 holes, 9-hole slots and people come there and say, we booked for 18, but we had it for 9, so. And it gives everyone a fair shot on getting,
does that mean if you want to play early?
no,
Friday
any
morning?
day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you wanna make a tee time for those days.
Is that, so it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday only? That you wanna do this for?
For the pilot period, yeah, try it out.
Okay,
Still 5 days in advance. At that time, it will start at 8 o'clock. You wanna do in person still for 30 minutes, we'll still do that. But the phone calls, we'll still.
oh, okay,
we'll
so
start taking
in
phone
person,
calls and then
so you, in person and online, is what you're doing for Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
in person for 30 minutes. Say 7:30 to 8. And then from 8 to 12. If you wanna book, you gotta book it online.
So you're gonna give it a hard 8 o'clock, it's 2 minutes later, anything like that, I mean,
So,
I hate being a pain in the neck, like, it's like, this stuff's gonna happen,
No, 8 o'clock sharp.
so if
That's
I,
it. So I'm sorry.
if I want to book something for Friday morning, I have to call Sunday. That's okay.
You have to do it on Sunday
Do I have to do online?
if you wanna do it before 12 o'clock.
Meaning you're gonna shoot off 4 o'clock.
But what about like? before
No,
12?
not your actual tea time, if you wanna go to me and book one before 12 o'clock, you can't call the shop, you actually have to book it online.
Okay, when you say in person, you meaning
You walk in the golf shop from
5 days before you,
Yeah,
and you don't, okay,
What time
okay, I
from
got
7:30 to 8 AM,
you. Okay.
from 8 AM to 12 PM. And I'm not talking when you're playing, when you're gonna book. So Sunday, when you're trying to book for Friday, right, so you want the first tee times, you either come in person from 7:30 to 8 AM. Or you get online at 8 AM.
So it's got the new hours,
So
Well,
what
in
we
October, it will be, cause it's a shoulder season.
but you're still gonna go,
7:30?
so,
Right now, it's.
7:15.
Yeah, you come.
Yeah.
alright, so what, I'm still kinda confused, so what do you wanna? I'm gonna say this, if I wanted to play a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I can either, it's 5 days ahead of time, because
As a resident.
as a resident, right, and a season pass holder, so you're saying. You wanna do away. So I can either come in at a certain time,
From 7:30 to 8,
okay, or I can do it online when it opens up,
from
or,
8 AM to 12 PM.
and how many foursomes can I book? At that point in time on the line, is it as many as I
much
want?
as you want, people have been doing 1, 2,
And, okay, and that's good, cause that
we
kind
can
of,
limit that.
that dovetails into the no-show fee. Right, because if I'm booking
Yeah.
3 or 4, then so, alright, just so we're on the same page here. If you're gonna book 3 foursomes or 4 foursomes like that on a weekend, which is prime time, right? And you only book 3 of them, or they say, well, who's paying for that time? It doesn't just open up. I'm gonna charge you for that.
That's topic
very good. Alright, so I don't have a problem with online.
This is a pilot phase, try for
Is this for?
the rest of the year, and if we don't like it, we don't have to do it. next
That's
year.
right, that's right, but you better communicate that very specifically to people, like an email blast, listen, here's what's going on. Starting this
Yeah.
day, here it is, and you
Am
lay it out.
Speaking English to everyone when I say,
I understood it.
But you're gonna, like, just like you said, if somebody booked it up, you're gonna give them X amount of days to cancel?
well,
You know,
for the no show, we'll talk about that if we're done with.
Topic
this
5.
topic, Yeah,
That's number
That's topic 5, okay.
Is this for 9 holders too?
everyone.
Cause right now, he's doing online during the week.
I think a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, that's great, that's great. 7 o'clock, it opens up at 7.
Yes, so that's peak season.
Yeah, yeah.
So now
Well-
it's 7:30.
Well, once we hit October, I think it changes, because we're not coming in that early, it's still dark.
But right now you're in till
We're
7:30.
it's 6:45 to 7 in person,
Oh.
and then 7 o'clock starts phone calls and online.
You're just gonna X out.
For this,
Pilot.
yes, I will say, we're getting less phone calls now anyway,
Yeah,
so I don't think this is a big change. Maybe for like 10% of the people, but.
and that's fine, I think more and more people go online because they're acclimated to it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's an education thing, right?
Yeah.
You're used to doing things a certain way, they know they gotta do it, they do it. But I know sometimes I'll call up list, I will call up last minute, and say, is anything open? Even though it says it's booked online, they'll say, yeah, it's like nobody's, I hear that they're saying people don't show up, so that kind of dovetails into your, right, you want to.
No, when you book on, I never book online. So when you book online, do they let you know right away that you got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Immediately.
It actually holds a slot. If you click on 8 AM, it holds it for you for like, what, 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And
Okay.
so you have 5
I'll
minutes to
just
put like,
try it, just.
yeah.
See,
You better show up, we're gonna charge you, that's the next thing we'll talk.
When you book online, you have to give a credit card and everything?
Yes.
Okay, cool, that's good.
To hold it. We don't do the option of charging it right away. We just hold a credit card.
unless you're season.
And then if you don't show up now.
Yeah, well, okay, so
That's what I think.
has that been happening quite often, people booking and not filling it out?
Yeah,
Well, that's a problem.
and it's happening from all levels of customers, from regular season pass holders to, there's people book online.
There's no penalty for blowing you off, that's
You
why.
know, you say that, 'cause guys could play with me and of course they said, hey, I tried to get in,
They can't get in, right?
But then when we're out there playing, it's
They're
like,
going
well,
there.
nobody here.
So is
Nobody on the course.
is that full portions that you're losing, or is it just like one player?
I
mean, I
think
can
it's more
understand
like,
one
you book 8 people, you bring, 4, or you book 3 tea times, you only use 2 tea times. You book for 2, you only bring 1, cause online, you can't start a tea time as a single. Cause what people have been doing, they start as a double, and they think I'm dumb, they come to the golf shop, we're like, oh, it's your partner coming, they're like, oh, no, he canceled. So we're like, give us a heads up next time so we can.
No.
Well, this is
So
why,
you think the same people are pulling the same scam over and over again?
yes,
Seems like a few scams.
Well, why don't you just call them out? Let's call them out on it. I mean,
we have, but it's still happening.
okay, well then fine, if they book it like that, so how do? Alright, so did we talk, we actually covered this once before. And we covered this years ago, this came up about this whole thing and, the first time it's okay, we'll let that thing go, second time it's a warning, third time you're done.
Yeah.
You're done, and that's, we discussed this stuff.
We've
This
spent
is
the
not
same,
anything new,
like, we know who does it now,
so you're frequent flyers, right?
yeah.
Okay, then fine.
And I'm not saying like a huge fee, we could start it just.
No, they
maybe
just
your
can't, tell them they
CIP.
can't book anymore, no, we,
You
that's,
wanted
that policy's been
$10,
done, man.
$15, whatever,
The
but
Another
there has to be
major
something.
part.
the policy's already been established. It has been established that. Yeah.
So there is
Hold
no.
on, hold on, right? It has been established. We talked about this years ago when we started doing this thing, when people were the no-shows, it happened. And they said, first time, if I'm not mistaken, we have to go back in our,
Yeah,
the minutes.
check it.
First time it's a warning, second time, it's okay. Then after the third time, you're done. You can't make any more times online. I'm sorry. I don't care if you see the pass holder or not. Because that's exactly what was happening.
Hey, can you bounce them out of the system, like?
I don't know why, well, that's it. And there is a written policy on this thing.
Not just from online.
Yeah, I think it was, but it was progressive, right?
Yeah. And
So that was one option, that's one option that's already out there, that's already established. So if you wanna go another option, then
it's not just happening from the online folks, like people who actually either call or come in, days and book times, it's still happening with them too, so it's not 100% just online people, it's happening from everyone.
and they're booking, are you losing the whole? I can understand a person, one or
You
two
probably
people,
lose like 3 tea times, 4 tea times a day.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
And you think you can fill it, do you think
Where
you
we could fill it for 18 holes, they're right.
want to charge them? You're gonna have to charge.
And meanwhile, I hear from people that don't live in this town, they're saying they can't get on.
Yeah.
Well, that's, I hear from people in town that get it on.
But that could be part of the reason, right? People are-
Absolutely.
So what do other courses, what are they doing? Are they charging them?
They have their own respective fees, it's not a full grade fee, so.
What do you mean?
It could be $20 person, I've heard 15, like I said, we could start with just CIPs. You can put a.
CIP is not, this is about.
Well, yeah.
No.
So you can put a.
That's CIP.
Oh, it's like.
Capital improvement.
Yeah, for 9 holes, it's $1, for 18 it's $2.
Yeah, but that's peanuts, you're losing,
You can just
the
say
green fee.
$15 a slot,
30, 30.
Well, you wanna charge more than the.
25, how about 25?
Well, 15 a slot, well. What was it, 50, how much is 9 holes for a resident, like 15?
walking,
Yeah,
what is it, like 18 holes is 30 something.
So 20 for the 9 and 30 for the 18.
As a no-show,
Yeah, to make up for the force.
and so if you left to cancel, you wanna cancel what, 24 hours in advance?
yeah, that's fine,
Most of the ones you're losing, are they with cart and everything?
Well, it could be either or, like, you don't know.
You don't know what they're
You
doing.
don't know. I'm okay with 24 hours, I mean, I'm not trying to be like.
Well, 24 hours in advance notice seems pretty fair, right? I mean, listen, exceptions happen, right? You get in an accident, somebody goes to the
Yeah,
hospital.
exactly.
You have to be, you have, it's not cut and dry, right? So you have to have some sort
I
of
mean, the whole person
exclusions,
is-
right?
Well, see, the only guy who look at 24 hours, that can run into a problem, because like you said, if you book it for Saturday and Sunday, you would book it on a Monday or something like that,
Yes.
right? So something could happen on Wednesday or Thursday,
Well, hopefully they call then, but
or before they call, but
Yeah.
say you booked it Monday and something happened on Thursday. Now, it's like you said, you had a 24-hour cancellation,
well, from your tea time.
24 hours backward.
Back, yeah.
24 hours,
Yeah.
yeah, but
That's why you call Friday.
well, yeah, so like I said, if you call Friday, all right, so I got,
Yeah,
Well,
like if
well,
your
no,
no,
tea time is Saturday at 8:30,
because
You
I
have to call
you
the
have
day
to call by
before.
Friday, 8:30.
You have to call the day before
That's
and
only
cancel the
one
day
person
before.
that might.
Okay, then-
show up.
okay, then that makes
Not the
sense.
whole,
Yeah, one
They
day.
wait the whole day
Yeah.
to somebody
you know,
call it.
Right.
miss out,
But even if it's 1 out of 3 or 2 out of 4,
yeah,
I know those slots will fill up, like.
Right.
yeah.
We've turned down so many tea time requests in the weekend. There's nothing.
On the weekends especially, during the week, it really, it's not that bad, right?
During the week,
I
You
see
still
it, I
can,
see it, I
you
see
still-
it during the week too.
but we have a lot of like set times in the week, like Niners, Monday to Tuesday seniors, and then you have leagues. So, it's not like a whole day full open tee sheet on weekdays. Friday, Saturday, Sunday are open all day,
Got it.
So you're saying, so this day, if I made a tea time and 3 of my guys show up, I'm good? Or if you say 2 of the guys show up, are you good? See, that's what,
Because it does happen sometimes, right? Somebody backs out, right? I mean, that happens to you guys, and I'm like one of your.
right, so that's
You
what,
lose
that's,
the whole team.
I know.
you see, that's what,
Yeah, I
yeah,
hope- So let's talk this thing through, I mean, because this is actually, it happens, right? I mean, so they're gonna sit before some, right? I'm the 5th guy, so if somebody backs out, sometimes somebody will come and say, hey, you wanna play? Sometimes I can't. So what happens then if I can't play? I said, so now there's stuck, they had the 4, that morning, somebody says, I can't do it this morning, and I said, it's too late, I didn't get, I'm not getting up, the heck with you, man. So now they have 3, so what are you gonna do?
Why don't we just do a 50% rule? If half of your group shows up.
Well, that doesn't-
But,
That guy who books two, when one of them shows up, it doesn't fly.
well, you're.
Right?
Except for the one.
The one
Right, I don't know, it's just the way it is.
Time is the one that's gonna be paying the price.
Well,
Okay,
he's
And
gonna
that's-
have
that's
to
why-
deal with his partners about, you know, the.
One at a time,
Right,
but-
it's not the horse's problem.
It's a group fee,
I
yeah.
feel it's the horse's problem,
No.
it's the foursomes problem. If, you know, you guys have to come up with the $25 or $50,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
If you,
It's, you know,
I agree with that, I mean, if you're booking 3 or more, right? 3 players or more, you can do a 50%.
So, 1.5 guys have to show up.
Yeah, I mean, if you book 2 tee times and you only come in.
Oh, I'm
4,
sorry, I misunderstood,
you
okay.
know,
yeah.
but I'm just
You
talking,
put two tea times,
And you come with 4.
4 people, it doesn't matter,
then
so
you're-
you need,
you're
I need
screwing
6.
for-
You know, I need 6, right, I
Yeah.
need 6 guys to show up, or 6 women or whatever, 6 people to show up.
Right.
Gotta open up your wallet.
That's right.
so if you just, say if a guy came in and I, just for 4 guys,
You have a 2 times with 4 people,
right, and then 2 guys show up. How would that?
then you always for 2.
Whoa,
You're gonna have to take a credit card number because those guys aren't gonna volunteer.
That's right.
Right. Well, if you book it online,
I got your credit card.
yeah, but you have the only, if she's a pass holder, you don't have my credit card.
well, I see you every day.
You know, that's, no, you
Don't worry, we'll
don't.
find
it.
When's the last time you saw
I know
me?
where you live.
You know where I live, right? Yeah, go ahead. That's a different story, but we need to go, but this is gonna happen, I mean,
Yeah.
you're right, so a foursome makes you make a foursome, and 2 guys show up.
You need a
3 guys show up, I can understand, okay, I can deal with that, right? So, and they, whatever, so you lose on 1, that's fine, we can deal with that, right? But 2 people show up, so that's a problem,
Yeah,
right?
even, you know,
It's the forces problem, it's not the horse's
Well,
problem.
no, it's.
No,
it's all- that's all
but you
I'm
gotta
saying.
understand one thing too, guys have jobs.
yeah,
And I could be called into my job on that day that I have to play. That's where the problem can run into. So yeah, if you got a good guy, do me, they say, okay, I'll pay.
You have a
But some guys are
24
gonna
hour,
argue.
you have a 24
No,
hour
you're not-
grace
you're not-
period.
I understand what you're saying, but like I said, if you got a job that calls you in to work and you were gonna play that day, and now I'm stuck. Because my friend got called in. So now
Well,
we
you're
get,
gonna have to deal with him.
If three people show up, you're covered, but,
right,
right, but if 2 people show up, then it doesn't work though, and that's why sometimes we did cover this thing originally. Way back in the day, and then it was, you remember this now, since, I mean, the 3 of us were here,
we talked about it.
Yeah.
and we did talk about this stuff, I'm not sure. if you know, to me, I think people kind of,
Well, is this?
people get complacent, right, I mean, it's just the way it is.
I think.
If you make them aware at the time of booking, you know, online or wherever, that, you know, okay,
Well,
you're booking 14 times.
The person who's responsible has to be the guy who booked it because he gave
Correct.
credit cards. So
Right.
He's gonna be the captain
Have-
of his,
Exactly.
or else don't do it.
Right,
Correct. Have some-
cancel the tea time.
Yeah, I mean,
That's all you have
you
to
can't
do.
try to shake all 3 of them
Cancel
down.
the tea time.
It's systemic.
no, you're right, it's,
You know, when you go to the doctor, they tell you, miss an appointment, $50.
Yeah.
Put a sign up. No, I
Well, no.
gotta put a sign up right there in the pet shop.
you can't be onto something with that, you have to put it on the website.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but you have, you know, people have to understand that this is a business, right, it's a business. And if it's been happening more and more.
Right.
You know, I mean, no offense. How can I say
We're
this?
not the worst horses.
No, we're not, but at the same token, you know what, I hate to say it, but I'll call out those people to their face, I'm sorry I embarrassed you, but this is, you know what?
Mhm.
You go out to dinner, you just calm down, they said, no, I don't take a reservation anymore, so fine, heck with you, right? And especially, I'm sorry I insulted you, you know, but this is the way it is, I lost money because you're playing the same game over and over again,
Right,
right? I
right.
mean, it's just the way it is.
That's
So-
all this applied to individual tea times too,
Well, and no show is a no show, you know, and
so they should pay something too.
there has to be something, you know.
Good, okay,
Maybe for the rest of the year, I'm gonna verbally board all these people that are doing it.
Just,
And next year, we could start.
Yeah.
A policy, you
and I
know,
have
this
the
policy,
ladies always call and
Yeah.
cancel.
you already have the authority right now to tell them, here it is.
Right.
And it's in writing, and it was and it's been passed.
right,
That you can't do, you know, what, once, twice, 3 times, you're done.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
What do
you're done for the
do?
year, maybe you can try it again next year, some more, you know, and then if you pull the same stuff, then, you know, you're gonna be in the same boat. sorry, you know.
Find a different tactic.
That would be a good turn people to talk about it, so that deter others.
Exactly.
You always have, make an example of somebody, I hate to say, this is what it is, right? And,
We've been marketing them as no show. We mark them as no show, and when we do that, they get an email saying they didn't show. So they're, you know, it's not that they're going home not knowing, they're starting to get these emails and, you know, it's not that they call me like, what's going on here? So
So they know what they're
they
doing,
know what
right?
they're doing.
then fine, then, you know what, you're slamming the system,
Just
right?
put their pictures on the wall.
Yeah, well, hey.
Email them,
Sorry,
when you email them, does that make a difference?
well, I don't know, it hasn't
No.
changed, they're,
Exactly, so
it's,
email them with
it's gotta be
a,
some sort of,
with a fee.
yeah,
Or, you know, it's a regressive level.
or you take their privilege.
You're right, and so here's the, you know, this is, consider this a warning, second one, you know what? Number 2, 3, you're done, I'm sorry, that's all there is to it, you know what, and
Why
then,
give them 3? I say 2.
well, we're late in the season, well,
Well,
things happen.
We'll start this.
Because you have-
with-
You know, obviously have exceptions, things happen, you know what, and somebody, you got COVID, I got, you know, whatever, you know, that was
I get called in for work.
But if
well,
it's-
something happened, but something happens at the last minute, you just don't know, something happens at the last minute, right? And then it's progressive, but you already know who your frequent flyers are, right?
Yeah.
Then just, you know what, target them, sorry,
Agreed.
you know, this generalized policy that cut, you know. I'm suffering because it happened to me once, but it happens to you every week, or, you know, I mean, it's not the same, it doesn't work that way, right? That you have your people, you know, it's just like. It's just like when you manage your people, right? You hate to put a policy out that affects everybody, because one, you know,
One person.
yeah, because Lucas was messing up constantly, and, oh, you know, why do you treat me differently? Well, because, I mean, you know what I mean, you know exactly what I mean.
Coach it, one guy would keep some of the balls, you know, listen, everybody's gotta take two balls, and it was like, that was my next.
No, I wasn't on one lap.
This year?
No, what I'm gonna do for the rest of the year is, just give everyone the heads up, hey, next year.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen, so
Even this year, no, even this year, tell me cut off your frequency, do it again, you're done. Sorry,
that'll be the language we pass along, you know.
I mean, yeah, that's fine,
Have fun with it, so.
alright. Alright, let's, you know, let's work backwards now, Ben track mower, so this will take care of Nancy's issue with the weeds on 14. There's a hard time getting over that.
Yeah, the ladies end up like, ready for those thick, thick
So
scrubs.
Well, that's how Mark's put up those fish balls, you know that, right?
Is that?
Those fish balls that are for sale, those are on your balls.
Exactly.
this is a mower that we're gonna try to get off capital for FY 25 or use whatever money we can use that we have for it. The mower, I know 74,000 is the end number, but it comes with a lot of accessories. The actual mower, I think, is
31.
31,
Mhm.
but it comes with accessories to take stumps out, to cut those weeds on 17, 14, the whole crate. We can do the back hills on 16, 15, 18. A lot of some work that we outsource that we could start doing in-house.
But you don't have, I mean, no offense, Saul, you wanna do it in-house, the guys that we have can't keep up with what they have doing, of course, right now.
Well,
That was my
But
question.
what he's saying.
Are we gonna have the manpower to
It was
do
out
it?
of work.
But, yeah, but you still need the manpower to do it.
No,
You-
the
you
machine
give us
does,
the
the machine will be doing it.
That's the first question
So
I
you need
asked. is-
someone to run the machine.
Well, the first question I asked is, if we get this, are you actually gonna do it? And they said yes.
When are you thinking of getting it right away?
Well, there's no year wait if you.
Is this a,
So that's, you know, all expensive, but
so what is this mower gonna cut? Let's,
so. It, like I said, it's
This is a tough
gonna
cut.
do
It's a tough cut. mower.
whatever cut on the grass, so, you know, other than greens.
okay,
right?
okay, fine, that, I understand what you're saying now.
But with the added accessories, we can take care of the creek yearly,
Yeah.
seasonally.
Right.
We can take care of the back hills on 16, 18.
Yeah.
You know, the plan is to get that all the way short and actually have some flower decorations there.
Right.
Get our logo or something. All the tree stumps that are left over,
So,
There's an accessory for that.
so it makes me
Is there a
question,
size limit? I mean,
Sorry.
Go ahead, that sounds great, but I thought we kind of agreed that once we start taking out trees and they come in for the day, they're gonna grind it out. I mean, we're gonna have to do the whole thing, start to finish, because it's not getting done,
It's
right?
not just for that, it's an overall experience, you know, and you asked me. If this is probably be more for the creek and the hills and, you know, you wanna talk about all the bunker weeds and, you know, all the uneven grounds that it's gonna cut. I would even think about tree stumps, cause that's
Okay.
minor work, you know, that's. This is more for bigger projects, bigger things.
You said 74,000 with the accessories?
With accessories.
So you wanna cut off things like the stump grinder since you don't need it at this point in time?
Well, if we get the machine, like,
I
most
think we
likely,
would need it, yeah.
you won't need this stuff grinder as well. Because because the machine is going around this.
Well, no, there's
Some
accessories.
some riders attach them to
Attach.
the.
Right, exactly, so you talking about buying a separate.
No, I'm talking about when you have somebody coming to take out a tree, you have them do it start to finish.
Right, but so that way you can cut your price down, because they'll just come and cut the tree down and you can start.
You think that's gonna happen?
Well, that is, you
Oh,
got
no,
to put it,
that's
if they got the
whatever
equipment, that's
it
just
is.
gonna happen.
Okay,
Let's see what the price is.
Right.
so we have a goose danger. When was the last time that didn't run?
Well,
Well,
It's not my.
it's not your operating, okay, then, didn't we also buy, didn't they also buy a hole cutter? For a new hole cutter? Didn't-
Wait, I'm lost, I'm really.
No,
Why are
I,
we going back to whole cutters? I'm
Well,
sorry about the.
because you brought up the thing that said they're gonna do it, and then,
They know that they will come.
yeah, well, will they do it? This is really what it comes down to, right?
you guys
So
can
it's
talk
a
about
salt mixture.
Yeah,
All right,
doesn't sound so hot.
It's a great idea.
Torch is in terrible shape this year.
no, I know what I'm saying about this piece of equipment, this piece of equipment.
We haven't done anything.
But it's gonna take one man to do a lot of work himself.
Right.
so who's gonna maintain it though, so,
What's that?
who will maintain it?
Well, yeah, a lot of these come with warranties, but, you know, our mechanic, that's why we have a mechanic. And a lot of
Have you
these
talked
are,
to the town about this? I mean,
I know, well, funding. It come from two ways, you know, it could come from capital funding for the next budget, which we're requesting as we speak.
This is the mower that you were talking about, right, for the capital?
Yeah.
Okay.
We could use money that we had in surplus, you know, We're bringing this up to you guys, you know, I know. There's folks in finance that are good with it, because they've already seen it. And, really, we're bringing this up to you guys as an idea.
Like, Jim, you know, like, say like the ponds, you know how they put brush hose on it?
No, listen, I'm.
This will cut all that down, and then like in the 16,
What do you think
where the
the
parking
lifespan,
lot
10
is,
years?
all that, it'll cut all that stuff down.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what I'm
no,
saying? So we will have our own piece of equipment here. Remember how I said they should get it from the town, then you get over this one?
yeah,
They'll have that piece of equipment here, and they can do a lot of that work.
Right.
They'll make the place look a lot better.
These are all the things you've been asking for
all right,
since I've sat in these meetings.
listen,
All right.
listen.
So what are you looking for from us, whether we're to go or no?
Well, we're gonna request it for capital.
Yeah.
So I don't want you guys to get caught off guard when we do.
Yeah.
And if that is rejected, then I'm gonna come back to you and ask for how we can get this to happen.
Wait, you think it's gonna get rejected?
No, because we got capital for a new mower last year. You know, and the capital is
Got
taxpayer
it.
money.
Well, how much were they gonna give us for the dump truck that they were paying?
We used that already.
Oh, you used
We bought the mower.
A used mower.
Okay,
That's fine, but right, but we need another one.
So we need another one.
Which we already ordered for last year, but it happened.
Is this something that we might share with, like, Woods Department?
We were.
No,
No, we're not sharing it.
No.
Yeah.
This is our
This is
equipment.
our, the golf course, but. And really, that's been one of our goals.
so,
Is to have better equipment.
got it. All right, I'm okay with that, so.
And this won't like interfere with, you know, CIP projects, cause that's a different bucket of money,
This is perfect.
so, you know,
I agree.
and
Alright,
we'll see where it goes.
well, the quote's already expired, right?
Well,
So,
we could probably do better because we get, state pricing.
Yeah, you get better pricing,
What do you want,
yeah.
State contract.
yeah, the contract pricing, so this is just, yeah, okay, so it's actually not even this month,
Like I say, this one has heated seats, so you take that out, there could be some.
yeah, you need those in the summer.
Especially you don't really need, so.
It's the vintage seat that you want, right? So,
Yeah, love it.
yeah,
Not chairs.
You need a motion for this, or you
What did you say?
no, I
We
don't
have
think
to
so.
keep track here.
Well,
So we're,
So you guys know, we're.
Yeah. And they call that a Ventrac mower.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go, all right. Very good, now bunker, let's go, hole number 8. Right? Hole number,
Yeah.
what is that, I mean, like,
So,
And let me tell you why I put it on there.
yeah,
People were coming up to me and saying, hey, I see on Facebook that, and I don't get Facebook time, that you're doing big changes on hole number 8.
real big.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
All right, if we're gonna make any type of change on hole 8, hopefully we bring an architect in to make sure it's okay, because it's gonna change the sloping of the hole. So I said, no, I'll bring it up, you know. So that's-
There's no big change where changing like, some fairway to rough, but there's no structural changes. So if you picture where the fairway bunker is and where it pinches, maybe 20 yards after that, instead of a full fairway line, it's gonna get cut off. And then it's gonna restart as a run up about 15 yards prior to. A lot of that area where we're trying to grow rough, it's wet.
oh, it's soaking wet all the time.
It's,
So
I don't know how you hit a ball there, and it's tight and wet. So we're trying to grow rough there, so if you do get in there, get a little cushion, but also we cut it less. So you're not killing the roots.
well, why don't you address the issue,
The drainage,
the drainage?
I think they tried that before, you had that little gully that was going
No,
through there,
I didn't hear that from Jerry,
that's money,
no.
so is that the real issue?
That's the right answer,
that too, but this, that's money,
that is the right
but
answer.
it's not a
I
big,
think when we do the bunker project, you'll get better drainage there, because it's coming from left of that bunker.
The first bunker on the left,
Yeah.
if you want to know, I call it middle of the fairway, well, the left
Yeah,
side,
the fairway
yeah,
bunker.
yeah.
That is not drained properly, so it's staying under.
Oh, is that, so that's what's causing the, I just thought it was like a funnel going
Well,
down there.
All that should be funneling somewhere, but it's staying by the bunker, because the irrigation systems are compromised.
that's on the right hand side, right?
No,
Left
no,
bunker.
on the left,
Left side.
Jimmy,
There's
number
only one, the
eight,
left bunker.
that first bunker on the left, the first, you know,
Yeah,
that,
with the trees are, yeah.
yes, the left side.
Alright.
There's supposed to be a drain, they're also be going down the pond.
Oh, really?
Pond is there, that's right,
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
It's not, it's compromised, right?
Well, the roots are the roots in the drain or?
No, there's rocks and debris in there. Well, that's why, you know, because the pelt line is supposed to stop it from going in there.
I didn't know that.
But the pelt line is all messed up now, so it's going in there.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's why that area on the left of that bunker is always wet. So we want to be.
I didn't know that, I'm not that
We
bunker.
can't just clean out the,
Well, you gotta go under,
No, it's,
so that's why in this
so he,
bunker project.
so you have curtain drains going all the way down into
Supposed to
the
be
pipe.
draining into the,
They have curtain drains going from the bunker down to the pond on 9.
oh,
That's why so it just dawned on me now.
Stays wet.
So that's why it's so wet, it stays wet, because the water just has nowhere else to go, so it's just switching it off of there, so they did try that. Trowel, if it wasn't right,
oh yeah, that line.
yeah, you're right, exactly, remember they tried that, they figured that would get it to go, and obviously that's not the problem, that's not the issue, right, so it's the pitch along with. That's the real issue,
Yeah, it is.
okay,
It's like
so we
pond
have a
cesspool.
known, yeah, got it, okay.
I have a question, will big hitters, the guys that put the ball, 20 yards from the hole. Be upset having to hit out of the rough now,
Well,
or?
we're curious, and if people are, we'll cut it down,
Whatever.
That's
So,
what we're into.
as long as,
I'm not one of them.
Mark,
as long as there's a fairway to hit to, then you
there's
should
still
be
a
fine.
fairway there. Like, cause it's not, we're not cutting off right at the bunker, you're still 20 yards past the bunker, it's still fairway.
Oh,
You'll see the white lines where it cuts
Alright.
off.
Alright,
But like when I asked Mark about, or when he approached me, he kind of liked the idea because he'll have more cushion for his shot. Rather than that tight pitch shot that's from the wet ground.
Yeah, the wet ground is tough, it is
Yeah.
tough, I know, it's a tough shot, because sometimes it just slides under something, you know what I mean?
And then it's hard to grow that grass.
Right, yeah.
And if people don't like it, well, cut it down.
Yeah, right.
Well,
It's actually easier to cut.
it's just grass, right?
It's grass, we're not changing any structures.
got it.
We may even open up the right side, so it doesn't pitch so much. So you get more of a attack this way, from the bunker,
From the right-handed bunker?
from the left bunker,
Oh,
and then open up more of the right side of the fairway. So it's not just a little pinch,
It's, well, there's a pinch, man, yeah.
it's a little pinch, so you get a little more if you open up that fairway.
Because every time I hit over there, I have to do the 6 iron and punch it. Because you can't go up, because the trees are there, so you gotta punch it. So it's,
So when we do the bunkers, we're gonna look at the drainage.
Oh, well, that's
the whole point of
that's the whole point of of going with capillary, is you change drainage, you change the system of the drainage system. And its longevity is a lot better, concrete versus felt line.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
So, was there an update on the bunkers? I mean.
well, that's number one, we work backwards, because that's gonna take everything.
Well, I was surprised we didn't cover it yet.
Well, no, we wanna work backwards, that's gonna be the long one.
They're coming, okay.
And here it is, so what if, not new business, but this, we're still on track for number 2, number 5, and finishing off 16? On the holes
For CIP projects?
Yes.
Definitely number 2 this fall.
okay, and how about number 5?
Number 5, depends on how much you want to put on 2.
What is the plan for 2? I mean, I have no idea what the plan.
Plan is to put playable surfaces on
The inside of the
right
dog
of the
leg,
tree line.
and the inside of the dog leg on too.
Wait, and
Right of the
the
tree
trees, so are you gonna take trees out? No, so no trees are coming out,
Right of the tree line is phase 1,
and what are you gonna do? Just bring soil in?
restock, regrade, or get the rocks out of there.
Yeah. Don't put sod on those rocks.
Please, you have
No,
to.
you
It's not going out. That's crazy.
All right, you have irrigation over there.
Well, then, all the irrigation there is like middle and right of the hole.
Okay, middle and right, yeah, so what are you gonna do if you put sod down?
Oh, you can.
Can't put some-
Well,
Well, he
that's
just said
gonna
with
reach-
sod.
Irrigation's
That's
gonna
gonna
reach.
reach, like the sprinkler system will reach that area.
Okay, so if you put sod down like you're just talking about, you can still irrigate it, right?
Yeah,
Is there, if sod and grass doesn't have at least, 4 to 6 hours of sun a day, it can't grow, right? That's just the way it is, right? So we have,
that's
That-
where,
That's why they cut all those trees there.
yeah, but you still have that
that's
kind of
where
tree.
phase
Yeah.
2, we're never taking all the trees out.
No,
Are you
But
taking
you-
some?
You have to from the stone
Yes.
wall in, you do, you're not from the
so
edge of the tree.
that's just phase 2, that's phase 2.
because coming down, so we're talking
Okay.
about that's be number 2. And from the other side, that would be number
Six.
6. That's where they put the sod in there before, and it didn't,
It didn't take,
No, that's
You did-
number 5.
That's
number
fine.
5, because
Yeah.
they put it all there, but they have no.
there's no irrigation.
No irrigation of it, so
But when
it's
you
that,
did it
Uh,
to 6 this year on top of the right bunker, it grew,
right,
so, cause that has irrigation.
exactly.
Okay, and sometimes you have to, maybe hand water sometimes, that's why we're doing this in the fall where.
Yeah, but it'll still die out in the long run.
Well, no, we're doing this in the fall so we can really learn what the effects are. Cause if we do this in the start of the season and then it doesn't grow on us, that means we're not gonna have nice area there in the middle of the season, so we're doing this in the fall. When I spoke to Jerry about it, we have enough irrigation there,
Okay,
to do it, without changing anything other than.
the direction of the heads, right? That's all there is to it.
Yeah, and those things you could program, to shoot more, whatever debris.
Yeah.
or Area it
Yeah.
has to go to, so.
Okay.
Is there a plan for maybe some berms on that side? Or not?
There's a couple ideas where, are you talking inside the trees?
Yeah.
Inside the trees would be more mounds.
Yeah,
And to cover the roots and stuff like that, but we have to see how many trees we can take out and which trees we will take out.
Are you gonna limit the carts?
you don't
So
want.
you're gonna have to reprogram those carts?
Yeah,
Okay,
next year, the carts probably won't go near the slotted area,
thank
probably
you.
going to go to the right.
And even into that treat area, you
Yeah.
keep them out of there, right?
It's probably gonna not even touch the left, it's gonna go from the forward tees and right, rough.
Or to the left
Well,
and down,
I'm
and down
just scared
six.
that someone might get hit on 6 if you drive up that.
Well,
that's
hey,
what
you
happened.
know, if you're that dumb.
But then again, too, if I'm just thinking on the right side,
Yeah.
if you go up on the right side, that stays wet.
Does it? I would say the left stays
Yeah.
wet, but, well,
It
we
stays
have
wet.
to read,
The right side stays wet on number 2.
does it?
Yeah, because I don't know what reason, but it stays wet.
Down
Just
below.
if you go straight up. If you
Straight
take the
down.
road,
Just straight
Oh,
up.
yeah, but if you come down the road, like I said,
He's at gravel, you know where he is? You're at the gravel down below, right? You're at,
Yeah.
you're over by the forward tee,
Right. the way you're
Forward
saying,
tees,
the way you're saying, you got that gravel little piece come up, and before you come up on the left-hand side, that's where the stone, the trees are. And so you can come out a little way, just a little bit, not much.
Yeah, but you'll have to control traffic there so it grows,
Exactly.
or else it's too much stampede.
Are you still envisioning it as a dog leg?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to, you
Yeah,
can't
you don't have a
kill them,
choice.
or else people just gonna hit the drivers as hard
Well,
as.
that's what I'm saying, cause at this point, you could go up the left side and kind of cut it off.
Yeah,
Stop walk.
but
And if you're
right
talking
now-
about taking more trees out.
not from that corner,
Oh,
from
okay.
the wall and
Oh,
Wall,
the stone wall, the stone.
Yeah.
So they may thin out, they may thin out,
So we
so,
got some sun and.
but you need sun in order to
nice
grow
to see
grass,
that
but
stone wall, too.
Yes.
I don't think you're gonna take it over those trees, all right?
I'm sorry.
Are you gonna take it over those trees to go to the green? I've only seen a handful of people that do
Oh,
that.
what a great shot.
I watched the college team play that all, they don't go past the corner when they play.
Oh, they think, you think iron, they hit to the
They're
corner.
hitting, yeah, they're hitting to the corner, no
Yes.
one's hitting driver.
No, there's only one other guy I know that actually is driver. And, you know, he hits it, and
And
it,
he gets
truthfully,
past the corner.
over, and sometimes he'll end up by the cart path over by the green.
I see.
And that's just,
Big hit.
but yeah, it's huge, but it's not every, other times he can get caught up in the trees too, but
Right,
you know, to his benefit, to his credit, I mean, it doesn't happen that often to me, but I agree with you, that's not how the court, it's meant to be played.
yeah, no one's just bombs away.
No, it just doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
I was afraid of that. you know.
No.
I like the dog leg, I wanna see it
Oh,
stay
that's
a dog leg.
that's it, we like,
Mhm.
that's why with new grass, you actually see more dog leg,
Yeah,
No.
okay.
cause you'll have growth.
Yes.
All right, bunker. Let's kind of get into this now. Well, one more part on that, on 16, are they gonna do anything else on 16? Are they gonna leave it the way it is? Cause if the grass is not coming in, are we gonna put it in some sort of wall up there so people can't drive and
You're talking about the green,
yeah,
oh, we haven't touched that yet.
okay, all right,
And that's just a resodding,
got it.
maybe put some dirt down and grow some grass. Or that's like the black 17 T box,
Yes,
that's gotta be resodded.
Above 13 too, over, just beyond the brook, all right, on the left side.
oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's always-
that's a disaster.
That's similar to the 8 area, like
Yeah,
it's
it's
always
wet.
wet,
Yeah.
it's hard to cut.
Oh my God, I don't know how you deal with that stuff on 13 when so what by the brook, but what he's talking about is
Like
by the
after
bridge,
the-
right, the bridge area.
Right there.
In the Sahara Desert over there. Yeah, and
Can't
she's
even hit
blowing it, yeah.
I mean, look, so you're saying don't cross the bridge now?
Oh, across the bridge, Susan, across the bridge
Like,
from.
oh, right,
Yeah, right,
On
no,
the
no,
left
no,
side,
no,
on the
no,
left side.
on the left side,
Yeah, it's the rough.
to go from the
That's
Yeah,
all
but
we
right
did.
after the bridge, no, right after the bridge to the hump to get into the fairway, it's just, it's always torn up, and it's, I think that's just traffic, so.
And I think it got torn up years ago when you tried to cut it.
Yeah,
Maybe, when it's wet, there's a lot of carts going there, so maybe we have to put ropes there or something.
I don't know, it's just a big gully
Walking
on
only or something.
13th, yeah.
That's the wettest spot of the
As soon as you cross the bridge.
That's the first
It looks
spot.
like that whole,
This was probably the worst
Brown area.
year.
My God, I know.
no, they've done, listen,
Came
they,
through pretty well.
I'm all over their case sometimes, but they've done a great job with the weather that we've had tons of rain. And, you know, and they've done a great job, they have, you know, and
I think they're doing a lot better because there's eyes on them, you know, it's not like, do what you want, right? There's actually.
of course, it actually, yeah, aesthetically, it's very pleasing, it looks
Yeah.
great, it does, it looks very pretty.
I get a lot of compliments on condition of the course, I really.
You know, we're like 85% there, we honestly got it. And I've had people tell me that you get the bunkers to where they need to be. And we'll be, you know, you could charge Rick the price, whether they like to hear, and I know people don't wanna hear this, but you could raise the rates and people are gonna complain. Because that's, we're getting to that point, we really are,
We are so close to being where we want,
one of the top 10,
where we
where
want.
that, where we are,
We just need a little help.
and we are, and we are, no, seriously, we
So
are,
close.
we are.
With the resources we have, we're so close, you know?
If we can get that 40 hours, we'd be even better.
Alright,
I'm telling you that 40 hours.
so let's get into the bunkers, alright, so this kind of dovetails into your bunker, your course
Yeah,
report too, so let's just kind of go through this stuff and.
I put two outcomes there that I see happening. I'm not going back to Beltline, right? So,
The what?
Beltline, I'm not
No,
going back.
no lighting's done.
Throw
thank
that
you,
out the
thank you.
window.
Okay, just while we're on the same page,
These
you
are
got one.
the two outcomes that I see happening. All I need is to reaffirm that, you know, we have X amount for an architect. And then I'll get the architect here to approve whatever plan we can get have. So plan one would be, you get money from the town and we go through our $1 million project. Where we renovate just about every bunker. Plan two would be, we don't get money, we just use our insurance money, and we have this architect make a plan for 400K's worth of bunkers, which could be all the playable bunkers, from green side, definitely all par threes. Maybe you don't focus on fairway bunkers for now, but you focus on the main bunkers.
So you're talking, that some of them are gonna get eliminated, right?
That's always the
Like
idea,
that
yes.
one on par 4, no,
There's-
the par 3 on 4.
The
The
goal
one
is to
right in the
always
front, we could just
renovate and
get rid
take
of
out.
it.
So,
You know that one?
alright, so. Going back into the meeting. Alright, we done?
Sorry.
Going back into the meeting that we had with, the board,
The
Right.
building-
the public buildings board, right? So Gail was there, Saul was there, I was there, and then one other person showed up. So even though we had a memo about the men's club, Lady Niners, and I'm not picking on anybody. The senior men's, and I actually spoke to the senior men's and the 18 holers. One other person showed up in support. So if that's the case, and even other commission members, then obviously you care less. That's how I look at this thing, from a manager's perspective. I hate to say it, but that's just the way it is, right? Unless you have some catastrophic thing going on, then nobody really cares. Excuse me, that's how I look at this thing, but what they said to us, so is one, they wanted the architect to be there, right? They want an architect to look at this thing, only so we don't change the whole layout of the course, right? Just because we want this, because I hit this bunker, you hit Sally hits in this way, Joe hits in that, whatever, right? So we understand it. And then they go out, and if something goes wrong, right, and they're on the hook, right? So either way, we have to get an architect, correct? So whether the architect does a handful of holes or just all of them, to me, I'm looking at this thing, if we're gonna do it, have the architect look at the whole course. And that way we have a plan going forward, right? You have a blueprint. If you have to do it in phases, because you don't have the funds, you have to do it in phases, right? Phase one, and it'd be a two or three phase project. I could care less. You can do one phase, two phase, I don't really care. But if you have here's your blueprint going forward for the course. Here it is. and it's laid out, right? And, but that's all they're saying, that's what they want. And that way, you know, we're not flying by the seat of our pants, right? That's what they're asking for, just so we all understand where they're coming from, all right? Either way, we have to get this architect on board, so I think you were looking at this, we're ready for money for this thing, correct? That's one. You come to us, you know what, I think we're all in improvement of going forward with something to that effect, unless somebody else here has got another idea on how we're gonna do this. There is no, that's no other way, so
That's regardless with the insurance money, that would be that work.
that's correct. That's, everything aside, you have to have an architect, the building commission wants, there's a process that the mayor wants to put in place. The process is, that everything has to go through the building commission, right? So they're looking at stuff in front of them, there's a price in there, it's not by the seat of your pants, it's not, I'm making up numbers, cause it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's another $2 million. This is the deal, right? So coming from my perspective, I'm gonna put, you know, let's take a vote right now from everybody. I will make a motion to let's make a motion to hire an architect to support what has to be done for the bunkers, right? I'm gonna put that motion out there right now. Have somebody second that motion?
Second.
Okay, so we have two commissioners, and then commissioners both second. Can we vote on that right now to allocate monies to bringing an architect on board? So those in favor? Well, we have a discussion, let's do a discussion, I'm sorry, that's right, that's right.
What's the cost for the
You
architect?
want me to say how much?
That's,
You wanna allocate this, an architect,
30K?
it's usually from 5 to 20% depending on how
This
much your
percentage
whole
stuff.
project is,
so
right?
this whole percent stuff is
So,
like a killer, this
If
is ridiculous.
your project is $1 million, it's 5%. Right, but if we're going at a 400K project, I'm gonna assume it's gonna be around 15%.
Listen,
much,
$70,000, realistically, I I don't know this because I did some
Yeah.
research for you, right, and $70,000 seems to be,
Yeah.
right, that's a ballpark,
Correct.
correct? Is it, am I,
Richardson Smith just paid 70 grand
okay, well, then,
for their project.
you know,
Just the architect part.
okay,
It's the
so,
same architect that did our 2005 renovation.
so,
But it's for the whole, all phases.
that's correct, it's for the
They
whole,
make a
it's the,
blueprint, like
it's the,
make the.
this is the blueprint, this is like building a
So
house,
it's a one shot,
right?
one shot.
Well, they did it in phases, but you paid the architect, they
Exactly.
paid the architect to do one big plan.
Yeah.
And it's up to them to do it in phases or at one time.
It's,
Okay.
take it like building a house, here, I do the blueprint. Then I'll still hire a carpenter, right, I have the framer come in, then I'm gonna hire all my different trades that come through the door at different times, right? The last guy through the door is like painter, right, the finished carpenter and the painter, those are the last two, and then. So be it, right, so that's what we're paying them to do,
That
okay?
comes out of 400 grand?
What's that?
That money comes out of.
No, on top.
No, on top of
This is coming out of our slush fund as a
Okay,
golf,
okay.
as a golf course.
So we're using the architect that did it in 2005?
We could. But we
You know,
So,
you
do you have to go out to bid, how is that gonna have to work, does it have to go out to bid?
Well. You always have to think that.
Then. All right, any other discussion that we wanna have before we
Yeah.
vote, I mean, this is.
I'm
thinking-
You better, have everybody take it, listen, let me just say this, everybody take about 30 seconds to think this thing through. Because this is serious stuff, you know,
But
I'm
what
just
you're saying, that it's gotta be done, no matter which way you look at it.
But
listen,
I need one of you to talk to PBC. And ask them, if we do spend this money, are we gonna get granted the bond?
well, but like,
I don't wanna
okay,
spend all this money and then we're not gonna get granted.
Well,
What's PVC?
there's no guarantees in life, but I did talk to PBC,
What's PVC?
Public Building Commission.
Okay.
And this is how they go, and they will make their once they have that, they will make their recommendation, and this will go down to the type of sand that we're gonna use, guys.
Yeah, everything.
This is,
I think that's important.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, this is how, as stupid as this gets, this is fine tuned, right? This bunker's gonna be cut this way, we're gonna shape it this way, we're gonna take this one, I mean, it's all that stuff.
So it's gonna be on the blueprint, which.
Yes,
ones are remote?
yes,
Yeah, it's like,
yes.
it's like what you said, Jim, it's like.
And it's
building
so-
your own house.
It's just like you're building a house, and if I got money to do this, here's what I'm gonna do, here's what I'm gonna do. But PPC said, listen, if you want us to approve this, and the town is on board with this. The town, because I did talk to individuals in the town, and they are in full agreement, with they know that it has to happen. You know what I mean? They just didn't know the cost, and they don't want to be caught short, because some people thought maybe the 400,000 is gonna cover everything. I said, no, that doesn't cover, it's a,
30%.
huh?
30% of our
Yeah,
budget.
That's correct. So it's not, I need $1 million more in order to get this thing done the right way. But the same token, once we have that, once this does happen, we can again raise our rates. And listen, we put 500,000 back in the coffers pocket, 600,000 in the coffers pockets over the last five or 6 years, right? We did. Right? Maybe we owed the town 100,000, maybe 150,000 for years past. Listen, that's still $350,000 or $400,000 profit that we've shown back. It's rolled back into the general fund.
I think you have to do the architect for the full thing, no matter what, because if you
Correct.
break it to two people, they have different opinions, you have to deal with that. You want one game plan that you can attack. and-
Lucas, that's how they do it. Yes,
And I would try to get the architect that we had in 2010, because he's got all the
We're in
paperwork.
contact with
Yeah, he's got all the information.
He's up
Doug
on-
Smith and
We did
whatever
that,
the second
something.
guy is, but Doug Smith, he just did Rich Smith.
I got no idea, but
Oh, you know, it's a course there near Bridgeport.
Okay.
They just redid theirs to capital letters, so.
all right, so let's kind of go around. Any other questions?
Nope.
Jimmy?
I'm good.
Nancy?
Fine.
Rob? Good. Lucas? It's okay. A vote. All in favor of allocating money from the architect?
I don't,
Unanimous. Opposed? None. So, there we go. All right, Sal?
We'll start these.
Do it the right way. Do it one, listen. From my
Order
perspective,
Order done.
do it the right way once. If we didn't do it the right way, listen, we got what we got the last time because let's just what we had. No, and it is what it is.
Whatever they want, we get,
Got it.
we give them.
right, good, very good. All right, excellent. So, let's just, and once we have that, I think we can go then, and then if we have to go in front of the BBC, the BBC again, I'll be more than happy to go and with you, believe me, okay? Like it was last time. All right, well, that takes care of that. P&L. Oh, yeah, we have to, I'm sorry, the Dutchess didn't make it out here though, did they?
It's an open discussion.
Okay, so that's what they, let's do P&L real quick. It looks like we're,
Yeah, Kevin was, so I didn't get his, he was away.
yeah, I didn't get that either. Well, I
So
saw
I'll forward it
was,
to everyone when I get
you
it.
got $100,000, $116,000 in expenses. Year to date is five, wait a minute. Year to date was fiscal year is 589,000. Income, my printer was messed up here, man. We don't have that to cover the income, but
But Mark has,
yeah, but
Mark.
yeah, my plan. I think I'm not talking. Here we go, I'm sorry. And so, well, Mark has his, and so if I just look at, Jimmy, you okay over there, man? You sure? All right. If I'm looking at this, we have basically 315,000 of, let's say 180 and 242, right? 242 and 180. That's two, that's 422 of revenue. So technically, we're in a loss situation, but that is all because of the fertilizer, right? And that's to be,
And last month's insurance money.
yeah, but that happens every year. We don't have the analysis in front of us that shows us as in the years past exactly year to date. But the numbers are similar. The revenue has increased, right? Which is good considering all the rain that we've had, and we've had a lot. Considering the rounds are down, right? The days that you're open are down even
Mark
7
said
days.
we were like only 2 days, either more or less from last year. So almost the same. Up to
Yeah,
the-
and we've had a ton of,
August was terrible.
oh, it's awful. And then, the heat was even, right? It was brutal.
Yeah.
I like the heat, but not that much, man. It's like, holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But, all right, very good. Donations, I'm sorry now, right? That's the next one? Yes,
Donation, so this first one is
The first one's for the Middletown people.
This is comes from a resident was asking for this, so. Whatever you guys want.
What, they want us to buy them a table with them?
No, they want, for some.
No,
Oh, so
okay, well,
isn't this pretty political? This
No, it's from Berlin.
Usually you find,
is this political?
It's not from Berlin, is it?
I saw it. Oh, yeah.
no, it's just somebody that lives in Berlin.
yeah,
Yeah.
usually if I feel like I don't have to bring it to you because they're from the town and I don't, but these two, this one I brought up to you because it's from Middletown, but it's someone that is asking for, is in town.
Well, you know what, we had the same situation happen before, and I was afraid because it was a policy decision, and even though it was emotional for all of us, right? That you knew this was gonna happen, and so, you know, that was a one-time exception, correct?
I think I know what you're talking.
All right, so, we'll bring each one of those things up to a vote right now. So the first one you have in front of you, Sal, is what?
You're invited.
Yeah.
You're invited.
See, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
okay. So that is for, that's a fundraiser, correct, basically?
Yeah.
For what?
It's like a political organization.
Okay. So,
Elks
Um,
Club?
those so you want to put that to a vote that, for this one, Sal? Those in favor to, donate a foursome to this organization? Which is, I don't have it in front of me, so I can't kind of read it, can I see that, Sal?
Yeah.
Thank you, and I had it on my phone, but I don't know. This is to join us for the Michael Flynn organization. Right, the US retired for this and, yes, I understand. So those in favor, we'll take a vote right now. Those against, nay, so
Okay.
unanimous nay on the celebration for American exceptionalism. Okay, that's fine. And we have another one basically from the high school band parents association that are looking for a foursome, right? Does it look the same thing?
Same.
One foursome with and that's fine. But this is the Berlin High School Band Association.
It's Jimmy's friends.
Right?
Kids in the band, they need a leg up.
Really? Did you play in the band?
No, you're right.
I know.
3 times, played the two of them.
All right, you know what?
That one?
I think so, maybe it would. So, those,
But it's town.
that's in town, no,
It's in town.
this is town,
Right.
this is for the Berlin band.
Berlin.
All in favor?
Aye.
All against? No. So there you go, unanimous decision again on this one.
Thank you.
All right, very good. All right, that takes care of that. Anything else for open discussion?
We, with the volunteer group,
How'd that go?
a couple of them did some work yesterday. Yeah. They did great. I'll email you guys before and after pictures if you like. They did some, around the clubhouse work.
Can you post some of that? We have our own website for Tim.
We have Facebook.
I don't, listen, you know what, no
We
offense.
have,
I
we
don't do
have,
social, yes,
Yeah, we have a
social
website.
media, I do that, because if I want to talk to you, no, what I do is nobody else's business, and I know people have different feelings about this,
I also find-
and that's fine. Listen, you're entitled to your, everyone's entitled to your opinion, and that's great. And I understand the benefits of some of the social media, I do, you know what? But whatever, can we also just have, if we have our own Facebook, not Facebook, but our own website, and we can put stuff out there, it'd be good to share some of this stuff. I mean, some of the email blasts that have to happen,
Isn't that what Dana does?
Theater.
the, yeah.
That's what
yeah,
she does.
well,
But
that's,
she
that's,
doesn't put it on our website,
well,
so you're saying put it on our
yeah,
website?
I mean, because I'm not
Yeah,
gonna go on
that's true.
Facebook, and I'm not gonna, my kids do that stuff, and that's great. And that's great for the masses, but you know what, there
Should be on the website.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, it's
and
just.
people are, even the new people looking into Timberland, be nice to them to see this.
Listen, at work, you know, we did it all too, but your forms are on the website, right? I mean, there's certain basic, your policies should be on your website. There's certain things that should be out there that you're gonna have to, listen, it's right there in front of you, right? That's,
We definitely
Not
have a
on
rules
Facebook.
section.
right?
We have a rule section on the website.
but
they're
they,
saying more like, you know, newsletters,
Public,
pictures.
yeah.
that-
well, whatever, you know, so
Timberland
you,
community.
it could just come off it, but it doesn't have to sit there, you know, in perpetuity forever, you know what I mean? If we're paying them to do it, then do it, that's all.
Like, pretty good fun.
Yeah, no stuff.
No?
Um,
All right,
yeah, that's all.
okay, that's it. Anything else?
Well, I think the no-show fee should be on. the
Exactly,
website.
right, you
Yeah.
don't know, that's part of your policy thing, that's it, this is, here it is, you know, you're right, you're absolutely correct. You're right, and that way, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about this some of the stuff, and I know it's gonna, listen, this is gonna call into controversy, we understand that, but, we got your back,
As long as we have it on the website.
We got your back.
Business is business, I'm
That's
sorry.
exactly.
yeah, and especially if we're losing our money on some of this stuff, okay, good. Account balances, T-sign account still is not, that's not changing, right? CIP, so you got 25 grand, listen, he wanted to go forward with 15 grand, correct? That's what Jerry's big number always was $15,000, right, 10 to 15,
Well,
Yeah.
the encumbrance, there's still 8.5 in there that's sitting for like a bridge engineer that we might not even use, so.
listen, let's focus on the bunkers right
Well,
now.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
There's 8.5 in that encumbrance that could transfer into.
fine, you know what, the bunkers are the most important thing right now, the bridges will last, right? Except for this,
I'm not gonna talk about bridges for a while.
truthfully, my pet peeve is we sat here
Yeah,
with those kids from Central came in and did a final job on the bridge,
yeah.
and they just said it was plug and play. It was quote, it was plug and play, because they talked to the town engineers, right? No, and guess what, now it's not plug and play, well, how's that happen, what changed in a matter of 2 months?
So basically, that,
Also, the bridges, we have money for, right? We have most of the money, we just have to be patient. If you want it faster, yeah, that's what we're trying to do, but at the end of the day, we already have money for it. It's just gonna come slowly because it's slow.
Yeah, but there's other things that we have to do, if,
No, meaning we don't have to worry about bridges right now, bunkers should be our main goal.
bunkers are the main goal, but we still have the central kids built that bridge.
Yeah.
Getting that thing installed, it was supposed to be plug and play, right?
No one right now is saying it's not, no one has looked into it.
Well, they already talked to the town engineers on this stuff,
Right.
so
Now,
now,
I know it's been passed, the structure of the bridge. You know, I'm gonna go to the TC and formally get the donation. But the actual putting the bridge on the golf course,
yes,
I don't know if it's plug and play, because we haven't looked into.
but then why we built it? Because they told us here that it was plug and play, well,
Yeah.
because that question didn't come up, is this gonna go right over? Yes, it's gonna fit over the engineers. That was, we'll go, we're right back into the,
We'll rewind
the
back
thing.
to it, you know, and we'll
Alright.
ask the town engineers if it changes, why it changes.
Yes,
Is that, where's ready? Is it done?
it's done.
Right, big sitting down there,
It's sitting
there.
it's sitting there for
October.
right, it's beautiful.
Play, so but you remember when the first one was done by the feds?
Yes.
Yeah.
We gave a $500 donation.
No, we're not gonna have one of those, it's over, no,
I'll
he's
take
already
it.
graduated.
Okay.
Just write it on the line.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, very good, so you still have 8 grand in the bridges that you're not even gonna deal with.
Yeah, so really,
So, and we're not even gonna,
One
yeah,
line.
yeah, so just put that thing, throw that thing back in,
Right,
alright, cool.
and hopefully we still have a month and a half for the CIP collections.
Alright, so fine. Let's go through your report, and then we'll go through Mark's report, and I think we're good.
Nothing crazy for me, just losing a couple staff members. You know, Mila and TJ. So I'm trying to pick someone up for the rest of the season to help me out, but. Other than that, just we're gonna focus more on the bunkers and getting the statement of need written and getting the architect.
So the statement of need done,
What's that?
is that statement of need done?
It's not done, but it's been thought of. It's,
You wanna help writing that?
Miss Palmer's been helping me with it. It's-
We could probably knock it off in about a half an hour.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about statement
Okay.
of need, it's the architect and the
Got it.
blueprint and the
Yep.
RFP, those are the hard ones. So
Well, the RFP should be Pretty cut,
RFP,
well, once that comes from the architect, it'll be pretty cut and dry.
yeah, I actually have an RFP with my blueprint ready. but
Yeah,
PVC says I'm not an architect. so-
well, you're not. You know, we're still questioning whether you're a golf pro or not, I haven't seen you play yet.
I'm director of golf.
That's what I mean.
Golf pro days are done. That's all for me.
How about Jill? Is she gonna be staying?
I haven't really thought of who's coming back or
Is she still in
She-
school?
she's not. So, you know, I usually give everyone a chance to tell me what they wanna do and, you know, I wake up in January and see how I feel.
And I'll tell you that there's been some real positive comments about, Sally.
Yeah.
I think all the employees have been great this
Yeah.
year, right?
I think everyone just tries to be, you know, part of the community and do the right things. I mean, no one tries to do anything over and, you know, that they can't. You know, they need help, they ask.
Right.
We provide resources from there, so. But Sally, she's been a great addition to Mark's teaching program.
Definitely.
She, the teaching program, they've been teaching a lot this year, a lot more than last year. Maybe that's because of Sally, there's more teachers, more, you know, but man, they're doing good, hopefully they're doing. So, but I'll let Sally know.
Okay.
The only thing with the golf balls, did you ever get any money to get more golf balls?
Yeah, I mean, we have in our budget, we put aside, we actually have a driving range line now.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry, what you say?
We have a driving range expense line,
Okay,
So that's good.
it's not big, it's like $5,000.
What's happening with
What's
the net
also-
on the driving range?
In our last, you know, meeting, we talked about netting and I told them the quotes I've gotten were over 100K. If you wanna do real netting. I think what we've come up with was to look more for the. Between the 18th green and the driving range tee and hill. To put some sort of either tall trees or fence or some sort of netting from there. But stopping the ball from going to 18th fairway, like where you're walking, bunkers.
so, yeah,
It's like hard to stop unless you're gonna put like 60 foot.
that's not gonna happen. I think the more important thing that I can tell you from a perspective would be along the tree line. On the range, right? That tree line to the left right there,
Right.
right? And maybe down a little bit on the other side. I still can't understand how people can. For the life of me, I don't know how you can get a ball over to the sand trap or even on the green on 18. I just don't
I think,
understand.
Most kids,
Most
most
kids,
kids, you know.
Right, it's not the
Well,
long,
you can, if you hit the driving, you putt.
no, if he's saying to the 18th green,
To the green, the 18th green.
you literally have to
Oh.
focus on one there.
Exactly, yeah.
But,
I don't even think you could do that.
No,
but we're putting more effort into limiting what people hit. Cause if you hit drivers, it's gonna go over the left trees and go by on the 18th fairway. Those are the only clubs that's gonna make it there, not your 7-iron.
No,
not your
no,
8-iron,
that's not gonna
your
happen.
9-iron. It's
Well,
probably
you
your
still,
driver.
I still see people that doing it and you know what? I mean, and there's some of the regulars.
Yeah, well.
I mean, you see it and I see it and it's like.
Thanks to like folks like Mr. Green who gets on them, you know, we're doing that stuff. We try to put our sign front and center down. It's really just a matter of one, getting the patients to you know, to follow the
Just
rules, but.
There's something worried about the people, you know, the shed over to the left. I mean, there's damage.
You know, both right and left. You know, hey, we're all, you know, the straight is probably not where it's
Those
going.
right and
So
left,
you both
they
right and
need,
left.
they need lessons.
Well. Director golf. Yeah.
Alright.
Seems to be.
I got, you know, what, just kind of be one more, on 18, no, 9. 9. What is the plan for 9?
If you leave it to me, I'm taking that bunker out on the fairway and opening
Yeah, oh my
that
goodness.
up.
What, is there an animal living in that thing?
But yeah, you see the big holes?
Yeah, it's a fox, a groundhog. That like.
That's huge. Is there a bear?
There's
That's a
something.
huge hole.
So,
It's in there.
No, that
Is it
hole
really?
is.
Well, that hole's huge.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
not only, so not only that one, but up on top where they took all those trees down. I mean, what is the plan for that?
That's probably the same as like, you know, where we took the tree out on 6 on top of the Bunker Hill. We have to put more attention, either refurb or resod that. We, this year, we took those trees out at a time where, you know, we couldn't really close it off and do it, because there's a lot of traffic in that area. So we have to wait till the fall. where there's
Okay,
more
so that's the
traffic.
plan, what you wanna do is just, okay.
Yeah.
And put sod in there.
Yeah,
Or
something, yeah. To where it's either mounting and sod like we did on 4. You know, the back and forth.
Yes, and that's finally, it's finally taken, that is finally taken, it looks good,
So, you know,
Okay.
that's our theme.
got it.
like, Mounted.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
Because people are not going to in the carts.
Correct,
Now,
yeah.
done. They make us use.
Eventually, when they go around and finish
Yeah.
5 and go around, then
Go
we'll have,
around.
yeah.
But
Nice.
on 9, that's like such a traffic area.
Yeah.
like, Where you have to wait till the fall.
Got it.
Unfortunately.
Very good, excellent. All right, any questions on Mark's report? Congratulations to the kids that went to Bethpage.
Oh, agree, right?
Yeah,
And the girls, some of the girls are going to be in, I think it's New
Yeah,
Jersey.
chip and putt,
Oh, really?
And if
no
they-
kidding,
they,
that's fantastic.
yeah, if they
Hey,
win, they're going
congratulations,
to
congratulations.
Yes, master.
that's.
Oh, really? Fantastic, that's great, good, great news, so let's, good luck to them.
Yeah.
All right,
Now, I heard rumors, and I don't know how true it is, some people walk away with Mark's, stuff.
all right, so listen, let's deal with this at this point in time, hold on, so it is now 7:25. I got a motion to adjourn. Jimmy Green?
Yeah.
Second by Commissioner LeBear. LeBrie, I'm sorry. Done. Hold on, is it done? Saw?